Hi there and welcome to this video. My name's Vanessa Bartlett and today we're going to go through something really important for postnatal recovery, which is dealing with doing stomach work and strengthening your core when you have muscle separation or rectus diastasis, as you may have heard that term before. So there's a few things that are really important to note. So I'm going to go through what you should avoid if you have this, also how you can actually test your muscles to see if you do have abdominal separation. There's so many women that I've come across who don't even realize they have this. With myself, I had a 7-finger gap here. So that was literally 7 fingers across space-wise where my muscles had split apart. So what is it? It's actually where the two muscles at the center of your tummy, the line down the middle, actually stretches and splits. So your rectus abdominis literally come apart. And so you'll feel a bit of a ditch or a gap in there. So then what we'll do is we'll cover the exercises that you should do to help aid recovery in this. You're going to bend your knees. Now there's two positions we're going to test, our upper area and our lower abdominals. So place one hand behind your head for support. This is the only reason you can do crunches, is to test for the separation itself. You're going to bring your hands, fingertips facing downward, and you're going to hold your fingertips across the top of your belly button. So this is the first one. Make sure your spine's in neutral with a bit of space and natural curve under your lower back so you're not jamming your back into the floor. And the same needs to apply when you lift. You don't want to jam your back into the floor. You want to maintain that natural curve, okay? So fingertips are down at the center of your tummy across the belly. So let your head fully relax. Just close your eyes, take a breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to lift up and keep your fingers firmly pressing into your tummy. Now, if your fingers start to fall into a gap or like a ditch kind of thing, that means you have muscle separation. So if you can feel space from one side of your stomach to the other, then you have the separation. And test it. So, you know, is it 2 fingertips? Is it 3 or 4? It might be larger for some of you, it might be smaller for some of you. The next one we do is the lower region. So I want you to bring your fingertips, take a breath in and out, bring your fingertips that little bit lower underneath the belly button. And again, supporting the head. And we're going to lift, keeping the fingers firmly pressing on your lower belly. Lift and hold. So again, if you feel the muscles popping out, you want to avoid that too. Try and draw them down and in. But again, if there's that space there, or that kind of like ditch or gap, you have abdominal separation. The upper and the lower might be different, but it may be the same. As I said, I had 7 finger gaps. Literally, I could put this hand and 2 fingers all the way into there quite easily after I had given birth. Now that's fully healed now, which is great. So you can fully heal it, I believe, within 6 to 12 months if you're doing the correct exercises, but you've got to be consistent with it. Through the things that you should avoid if you have abdominal separation. Number 1 is planks. So even if you've done this before, you want to avoid coming into these plank type positions because you're putting pressure on the stomach. So picture this, you know, if you have like a hole or a gap in something, the last thing, or a wound or something, you wouldn't allow that area to be open. You want to close off that area and not add pressure to it. So what's happening is here, we are actually adding pressure to the stomach muscles, which are already separated with gravity pushing down. So number 1, avoid planks. Number 2, avoid sit-ups. Now, you should be doing these with great care anyway, but coming up and using your arms and hip flexors, which a lot of people do, is incorrect technique to begin with. But if you are going to do these, make sure you do not have abdominal separation or you're well past that initial stage, okay? Because again, you're going to be bulging out the tummy, add pressure to that area which is already split apart. The third thing we want to avoid is crunches. Same thing here. So if you're moving up and down through your chest, again, you're putting pressure on this area when it's already separated. Anything lifting like this. And then getting back into good technique with this anyway is so important later on. But now, if you've got a sensitive neck or tight shoulders, and you may have this because you're feeding the baby, you're off to one side all the time, place a towel under your head if needed, and let's get stuck into the exercises that you can do, which will help aid the recovery in rectus diastasis. Okay, so from here, we want to relax our shoulders. Talked about that neutral spine where there's a little bit of gap underneath your lower back, just a natural curve. So just feel flat. Relax your shoulders, take a deep breath in and out. Now I suggest you put your hands across your hip bones. This will tell you if you're stable or not, and stability here is the key thing that we're looking for with core control and strengthening those deep muscles. The first exercise is a heel slide. So we're going to lift one heel up and gently slide it down the mat, breathing in. Now as you exhale, you're going to drag that heel back up, keeping nice and steady through your hips. Breathe in and drag the heel out. Now if you're getting a bit stuck, take your shoe off and make sure it's kind of like a slippery surface. You can put even a piece of paper underneath there to be able to slide quite easily through your heel, or just wear a sock on top of your mat. Okay, and bring it up. Breathing in and breathing out. I often close my eyes with these because it helps your brain kind of connect to the muscles a bit better. When you're doing these exercises as well, I suggest you do it in a quiet place and do it when, there's not too much noise or disruption around you. Other side now. Inhale, stretching out. Exhale, now draw the tummy in. Drag the heel back up. So I'm looking for the other knee to stay steady here, and also your hips mustn't move. So the whole thing is building up through your pelvic floor, drawing in, tightening through your lower abdominals. And it may take a while for you to get the feeling back. That's also normal. So don't stress if you're not kind of feeling as you should or as I'm describing right now. But there should be a sensation of your muscles tightening in towards the center, but also scooping in through the middle. Next exercise, knee sides. So we inhale, drop one knee out to the side. Exhale, pick the knee up, maintaining once again that hip stability. Inhale out, exhale up. Look, you can do about 10 or so on each side. Now the other knee, I'm looking for complete stillness here. Imagine you've got a plate of food sitting on this knee that is not moving. Good, inhale, open, hips steady as well, and other side here, good. Inhale, open, relax the shoulders, exhale up. Inhale, open, good, exhale up. And we'll do 3 more, but again, like I said, do 5 to 10. Hips steady, scoop in through the lower abdominals. Keep that neutral spine. 2. Good, and 1 more here. Next is leg circles. Extend one leg straight up. We're going to draw a straight line down, around, and up. So as you're circling this leg, same rules. The other knee cannot move, not even a bit. If it is, decrease the size of your circle and go really small till you feel confident that you're stable through here, okay? And then go the other way. 3 to 6 each direction is good. And 2. Extend the other leg up, close your eyes, take that breath in. Exhale, tightening through the abdominals, especially the muscles around the lower belly. And circle down and around. Good, nice and straight through your thigh as well. And down, go back the other way. 3. So getting that stability and training from that deeper level is the most important with rectus diastasis recovery. There's no point just working those surface layer muscles. We're going to get deep around the spine in the abdominals here. Good, and then from here, I'm going to get you to bring your hands behind your head for this one, just for a bit of support. Now we're not crunching or anything like that. Our elbows are open. I'm doing this to give you a stretch actually in your chest. Lifting the legs, so up, up, down, down. So we lift one leg, keeping the abdominals strong. Do your best to lift the other leg without the belly popping out. Then place the legs down one at a time, super slow. So let's inhale as we lift the knees. Inhale up. Exhale to lower the legs one at a time. As you do this, you might want to pop your head up for just a little bit, but keep your shoulders down. Place one hand across here if you need to. Now, this section, try to avoid popping or doming out, okay? So scoop in tight, bring your ribs together as you do this. If you find that your body is shifting, so you lift one leg and then the other leg you kind of lift the shoulders or arch through the upper back, or feel like your tummy's really bulging out, then it's just if the muscles need a bit more work. So in that case, I'd stick to the other 3 exercises first. If you're then feeling like you want to give it an extra push in a few weeks, single leg out and in. And always bring your hands across here to feel that you are pushing down through your ribs and squeezing in strong through the tummy, the lower tummy, okay? And 4, nice straight knees, you extend it out. 3, 2, good, and 1. Excellent. And even when you come up here, if you have a big abdominal separation, be careful how you get up. So roll onto your side and then press up slowly. Those exercises are a really great way to get those deeper muscles like we talked about strong again and help to speed up the recovery. Still allow your body time. You've had 9 months of stretching and moving to allow for the baby, of course. Allow at least 9 to 12 months for recovery and for those muscles to come back together and everything internally to kind of restore back to normal. Any questions, post below. Join me on social media, Instagram, Vanessa B Health, and Facebook as well, the page, and Vanessa B Health TV on YouTube. So I hope that helps today, and I'll see you on the next video.